Paul.
I love it. This is a great thing. It's not a good thing. This is a great thing. Listen, this is what the NBA needs, more of this. You know what I'm saying? Just some smack talking just to, put more into the game. I like this. This is what's missing in the NBA. I love this. Is not a bad move because, trust me, Pat Mahomes is not sitting there using this for billboard or bulletin board material. This is Patrick Mahomes. He going to play the way he going to play. He don't need no motivation. But I like it because you know what? Now I'm going to be really tuning in. And now this is a win-win for him. Because if they win, he's going to be like, I told you so. If they lose, they're going to brush it off. Oh, we supposed to win. So I love this for the game of football. This is what keeps people watching, keeps giving us some subplots to look at. I wish the NBA was more like this. Guys coming up like, hey, he ain't going to guard me tonight, or we ain't worried about them. It ain't like that no more. But I love it.
All right, no friends.
Yeah.
No prisoners. Tim Settle set the tone for the game this weekend. Mahomes is going to play. You think this is a bad move to make promises against Mahomes?
It's just talk.
We love it, though.
That's all it is. It's a little content, talk about it. Look at it this way, Joy. Patrick Mahomes, what he going to do? He's going to go take that, fold it up, put it in his inside pocket, close it, go out there and play, win the game, and then he's going to bring it back out post-game, and somebody's going to walk to the podium and ask him a question. What did you think what they said, blah, blah, blah? And he's going to say what he needs to say. Now, if they lose, which isn't going to happen, then the guy is going to say, we going to see him in the playoffs. I can't wait to see him. I told y'all. That's it. It's not look, man, at the end of the day, Tim Settle is going to settle right in the corner and be real quiet after they get beat. You won't even talk about him after Patrick Mahomes scorching.
So
that's a win-win for him. Right?
You want to talk about it? No, it's a win-win.
That's what I'm saying.
It's a win-win.
If he win, then look, his followers go up, social media, he lose, he going to get the memes. So it's a win-win either way.
Well, we are talking about him, so from
Right.
that perspective, yes. So you think that the Texans are going to lose to the Chiefs?
Yeah, absolutely. With or without Mahomes taking the field, Carson Wentz could be the starting quarterback, and they're going to lose. They're going to lose. It's a dome team going on the road against Andy Reid, looking to get the number one seed in the number one spot. And he's telling you that Carson Wentz is capable of doing it. You're not going to believe what he's saying?
I never doubt Big Red. No.
That's what I'm saying. So if he's telling us that if we need to use Carson Wentz, I believe as the quarterback whisperer, not a fake quarterback whisperer like a lot of these coaches, but a real one, that he can start for many teams in the National Football League. I'm believing him. Joy?
I don't.
Timmy done wrote a check that he's going to be in trouble with.
Well, yeah, I mean, and that's the part of it that I like, because it is kind of unreasonable to think that Patrick Mahomes doesn't think that people are going to try to sack him. Like that happens.
Yeah, they coming after him. They coming after that bad ankle.
Mahomes talked about not wanting to you don't want to put yourself in a bad position. He's going to play if he's capable, but they're going to do what's best for Patrick Mahomes. Of all people, Andy Reid is going to do what's best for Patrick Mahomes. Now, this isn't the same Chiefs team that we've seen year in and year out. They're a little bit different this year. They've been winning very close, as we know, and there is a bit of an anxiety that if Patrick Mahomes doesn't play, that they're not going to be able to get this win. And while they do have a little bit of a cushion between the Bills taking that number one spot, this and a very short turnaround for the Christmas game on Wednesday, it seems as Mahomes is healthy enough to play.
I'll say this, and I'll say it right here in front of all of us on television as well as you guys. If Patrick Mahomes doesn't play and Carson Wentz plays,
they're still beating the Texans.
No shot.
They're going to score 30 points.
So you
think they're going to play better with Carson Wentz?
It's not playing better. It's just all of a sudden,
hold on,
they're going to score more points than they've been scoring. You watch what I tell you. You watch.
The Chiefs
watch what I tell you.
Points in about 6, 7
I understand that. I understand that. But watch what I tell you.
Saying if he come in there, they're going to have a better offense.
It's not a better offense. It's just that they're going to play better, like Joy was saying, because they're going to have to, because Mahomes is not underneath the center. So everybody going to be locked and loaded and focused doing their job. You watch what I tell you. You know I'm not wrong a lot. So you watch what I tell you.
They only scored 30 points twice this year.
I get it. I understand that.
Against the Carolina Panthers, who don't have no defense.
Coach, I get it. I get it.
So if Carson Wentz come in, they're going to score.
Watch.
Man,
I'm not wrong a lot now.
What you got in your cup? You got something.
Well,
that
I like that Tim Settle is setting the tone for the game this weekend.
You're gonna
This
have
is a
to
big
settle right in the
matchup
corner.
either way.
I like that.
And no matter what comes out of it, obviously we'll be talking about it.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the NFC. The Eagles are tied for the best record in the conference after winning 10 straight games. Despite their success, issues within the team have made their way out of the locker room and into the headlines. Our pal Julian Edelman of Fox NFL Kickoff thinks that those issues might come back to bite Philly in the playoffs. Let's take a listen.
When you have a run game like with Saquon, a generational running back, he masks a lot of things, and winning masks everything. But this will go and catch up to them in the playoffs. It would surprise me if they went on and won the Super Bowl, because there's going to be a fundamentally sound team that's going to be mentally tough, that's not going to go down this road, that's going to handle them. They have the best roster. They got really good football players, but I think that the leadership, you can't have a head coach that doesn't have the respect of everyone.
Do you think that the players respect Sirianni?
Yeah. Hey, you have to respect and trust your coaches to be able to, one, make a playoff appearance, two, go to the Super Bowl, three, win number of games in a row, go to the playoffs, and then again, look like you're getting ready to go to the Super Bowl again. You have to trust and respect. There's no team, you tell me one team, and you've been around sports your entire life, that has gone on to win Super Bowls, advance in NBA Finals, do any of that, no one respects the coach. It just doesn't happen that way, because you have to trust in the coaches to do the job and respect the coaches that they're doing the job.
Do trust and respect go hand in hand with coaching?
I wouldn't believe so, because if I don't trust you, it's probably because I don't respect you. If I don't respect you, it's probably because I don't trust you.
Did you respect all of your coaches?
I respected all of them. Didn't mean I trusted them. But when I won my Super Bowl, who won the Super Bowl for us in your mind? If you close your mind and you thought of our Super Bowl, who won the Super Bowl?
It was the defense.
And the defense was Monty Kiffin and Mike Tomlin and that whole group.
So
right?
you don't give that Super Bowl win to your head coach?
Look,
Jeez.
without going viral,
The coach was
here's
just
what
in the
I would
way.
say. Our defense is the best defense to ever play in the National Football League. Hats off to them. All-stars, Hall of Famers all over the place. Our offense sputtered along. Same offense as we had the year before, statistically. Nothing changed, really. We hit in the playoffs when we had the right matchups in the playoffs. But the defensive side, it wasn't a new staff. That staff was already intact. And the strength of that team was the defensive side.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. See how I did that?
Okay, well, we don't need to talk about your team. I'm just trying to figure out if you can do it without trusting and fully respecting the coach. Although I do think that the Eagles trust Sirianni. I think that Sirianni has a very unique personality, and oftentimes teams take on the personality of their leaders and of their coaches, and the energy that they create in the building kind of, for players that have that kind of similar personality, they lean into that. But do you trust Sirianni to lead the Eagles in the playoffs?
Absolutely. And Jules, you're my boy, and 99.9 of the things you say are awesome, but you're wrong on this one, Jules, and I'll tell you why. Listen, this team went 1-5 down the stretch last year. They went 2-2 this year, going into the bye, to where we were like, it could have went one or two ways. They were like about to fall off the rails. And what happened after that? They won 10 in a row since then, Joy. Now, you cannot tell me that's not because of trust. That's because of trust. We were talking about, Sirianni, what is he doing talking to the crowd and getting on the fans? They're losing going into the bye, and, things are about to fall apart. This is how you responded? It's because they came together because they trust their coach, and he is enough, and they trusted him enough that they can go out and win a Super Bowl.
I mean, I think he's a really good coach, and they've shown that they're a really good team. I can't really doubt them. Like we talked about yesterday, some teams just have a little bit of drama. They just have a little bit of stuff going on. They're a little more active than others, and they find ways to use that for motivation, or they come together, or they're able to overcome it. But there's something. There's always something going on with the Eagles. There's no doubt about that.
It's so funny, and Paul probably had this with the Boston Celtics, but we certainly had it with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers when we was making our run. We always had something. You may have not heard about it because we're not in the world. The social media and the media has grown since then, but we always had something. I don't care if it was me and Warren Sapp or Sapp and somebody else, and Sapp and somebody else and me, and somebody else. It was always, or whether it was Gruden and me, or whether it was the assistant coaches that really didn't like the head coach, but they had to work there because it was under contract. It was always something. It was always something.
You respected your coaches right here?
Man, that's not. They ain't got nothing to do. That's the kicker, man. I'm talking to the kicker.
No, that's the coach right there.
No, he's just standing there. He ain't. That's the quarterback.
You don't respect your quarterbs?
No, we just had a little incident. That's all. It was a little incident. That's my guy. That was the coach.
Oh, that's the coach.
That's the coach.
Oh, that's a headbutt. Hey, hold on. That's assault today. That's assault. You assaulted your coach.
Man, if y'all don't stop.
You assaulted your coach.
Oh, so you think I'm Spreewell now?
No, that was assault right there. You headbutted him.
I did not headbutt him.
Can we see this again?
Will you stop?
No, hold on.
Y'all gotta stop showing this video.
You trying to tell me that this is not
Keyshawn Johnson.
His head went back. Look. no, that's assault. That's assault.
Keyshawn Johnson.
No, that's assault, Keith.
Request that y'all stop showing these damn videos, please.
That's assault, Joy. I don't know what you call that no more.
You gonna have these people watching this thing? They gonna really think I'm crazy.
Man, that's assault, Keith.
Wait, when we get to slow motion and we zoom in.
Oh, God.
Hey, Kobe and Shaq, what about them?
The left of his hair might have moved.
You'll always have something.
And they won.
When you win championships.
Yeah, I think, for me, I think the noisier teams tend to fall apart. Like, that does happen.
I don't think so. Noisy good teams, they
Noisy
roll.
good teams.
They roll. Think about the New England Patriots.
Okay, I'll say this. It depends on the type of noise. It depends on the type of noise. And it depends on how far you've gone before. The reason that I trust the Eagles is because I've seen them go to the Super Bowl before. If they hadn't gone to the Super Bowl, I would be very concerned about them. Because teams, to me, that have a lot of noise but have already shown the ability to get all the way there, that they've shown the ability to overcome things, those teams I trust a bit more. Because you're right. When you have superstars, you're going to have some action. Like, that's
Michael Jordan won championships socking Steve Kerr. Come on, now.
Let's not put, like, the
No,
greatest
I'm just
ever
saying, it's stuff.
in the same stuff
No,
pile.
but it is stuff. Like Paul said, though, Shaq and Kobe, you don't think come on.
Yeah, we very much
These are two of the greatest that ever do it.
We very much know there was stuff going on.
Stuff. It's always stuff.
You know that the Chiefs or Philly in the last 3 years have the second most wins behind the Chiefs.
Yeah, I know that.
3 wins.
Yeah.
No, they're
doing something right.
I
said it yesterday. They thrive.
And
in
I
chaos.
gave you the quarterback numbers a couple days ago of the great things that he's been able to do since 2021.
And yet they were still trying to fire Nick Sirianni last year.
Yeah, but that's the people. The owners. Let me tell you this one, Joy, as you know.
Philly gonna fire a coach now.
Owners listen to the fan base a whole lot in these organizations. Pittsburgh Steelers don't listen to their fans. Their owners don't pay attention to the fan base. The fan base
They've
can
had
scream
3
as loud.
coaches in the history of their team.
Yeah, they're not listening to that. They don't care about the fan base.
That might be the safest coaching job in all of professional sports.
Yes, it is. They've had 3 coaches in the history of the Pittsburgh.
And they got a passionate fan base, but they're just not listening to the noise.
Right.
Philly people, they're passionate, anxiety sits in, and they go, I saw Shady earlier in the day. Shady, I'm like, he got the Philadelphia in him.
Yeah.
He just, West Coast this. I'm like, man, I had to say, get off the coffee, dog. Chill.
Now Shady cares about the
cheesesteaks. That's what's in them cheesesteaks.
He's in the Hall of Fame. You better care about the Eagles. Subscribe here to get the latest from Speak, and go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.